So I've got 3 recently rebuilt Holley carburetors that I need to drop on an engine and get them tested. So I'm going to throw them on the 417 stroker here in the Dodge D100, get them fired up and get them tuned. Finally back under the hood of a car 2 months after surgery. Feels good. All right, so here are the 3 carburetors that I want to test. The one back there is a 600 or a 650. And there you can hopefully see, if the camera will focus, on the list number. I'll leave it down below, whatever it is. That doesn't want to focus. The other one here is a 750. And again, there you can see the list number. Again, I'll leave it down below. And the other one is also a 750. Now what I've done, and this is the 3rd one that I've tested, you can see I've got them hooked up on a little test stand. I got fuel lines going to them on top of a catch can, hooked to a little pump, which is running down to a gas can here on the floor. And this allowed me to get them, at least get some fuel flowing into them and do any final little leak tests before dropping them on the engine. So a while ago, after my Holley Sniper EFI died, I dropped an 850 on the 417 stroker. And while I really like that carburetor, it doesn't have a choke. So it can be a little difficult to start. And for something that I want to be able to just jump in and go, it's not ideal. Plus, it might be a little much for this engine. So one of those 750s will be staying on the 417 stroker. Then I'll probably be selling the 850, and I'll probably sell the other 750. The 600 or 650, whatever it is, that one I'm keeping just for doing like engine testing and stuff like that. So let me get the garage door opened, and I'll push the truck back a little bit, and yeah, we'll get swapping carburetors. All right, guys, so apparently I was woefully unprepared for what I had planned today. Not that I really had anything planned. This just kind of, I had the time, so I figured I'd do this. But I got this small carburetor. Like I said, it's a 600 or a 650. It's actually a list number 80457-7. So whatever that is, I'll leave it linked below, or I'll just throw it up on the screen. But I didn't have a ground made up for the electric choke. I didn't have a fuel line made up to come to the front of the carburetor instead of like the 750s and 850s come in near the back. So had to get all that done. I've already turned the truck on. I've got an electric fuel pump, so it's already full of fuel. I did have a leaky hose going into the front, and the secondary needle and seat apparently was sticking a little bit. I had some dripping fuel through the venturis. Not bad, just a drip. So give that a few good whacks, and needle and seat seem to be good. So we are ready to fire this thing up. I'm going to kick a fan on and get this thing started. So that 850 ran really rich, so hopefully this one does a lot better. So I'm gonna turn the truck on. Fuel pumps are running. I'm gonna be starting it with a switch just so I can keep an eye on everything under here. Get a few pumps. I don't have a spring on the throttle. Wherever my spring is, where did I put it? I don't know right now. That's all right. It's cold. I don't have a spring to pull the throttle blades closed. What do I do with it? I'm losing stuff. There it is. But I mean, that thing fired right up. It's kind of nice. Throw a little spring action on here. Like I said, I don't have the gas pedal hooked up. I don't have the kick down. None of that stuff's hooked up. But yeah. Definitely started a lot easier than that 850 ever did. Yeah. Idle's really low. Like I said, it's cold. I haven't done any adjustments to this thing. Let's grab a screwdriver and we'll check the idle circuit. Those are like way open. Let's go half, 1 1/4. Go 1 1/4 out, just to start. Do the other side, half, 1 1/4. All right, let's try this again. But let me start right up first shot. Come on, stay running. Maybe I should let it warm up a little bit first. Definitely running rich. Wow. But starts up on the first try, which is good. So I'm gonna shut you guys down. I'm gonna mess around with this thing some more, get it running good, just because I don't want to kill my battery, and then bring you guys back when she's up and idling. It was there's a little rich in here. Vacuum leaks. The base wasn't sealed. Next carburetor, I got to replace the gasket on the base. But it runs. It's my eyes burn. It's really rich in here. I got it dialed in. I got the vacuum leak sealed up, and then got everything dialed in. This carburetor's not staying on this engine, so I'm not too worried about it. I didn't want to start playing with timing and stuff like that. Oh, my eyes. Jeez. Okay. I'm gonna take off this. Actually, I gotta pull the fuel pump, power, run the carburetor dry, or as dry as possible, and swap it out for the first 750. Hopefully that one is not as rich. And yeah, I'm gonna replace the base gasket. This sucks. All right. Wow, man, look at those eyes. They're still just, man. Woo. All right. The first 750 is on here. Fuel pump's running, no leaks. This one is a manual choke, so I'm gonna close the choke and see how it starts then, and then we go from there. But yeah, this thing is hooked up and all ready to go. Hopefully this one won't run nearly as rich as the last one. Yeah. All right, so close the choke. I had it open because I was looking for any leaks from the Venturis or anything. Fuel pump is at 6 PSI. Let's start this puppy up, give it a few squirts. Make sure the accelerator valve is working. It is. Huh. Maybe the engine's warm enough that it wants to choke open. That thing's got a sticky throttle. That's really weird. I had both idle screws closed and it was still idling. Adjusted the idle screw and maybe that was out. I don't know. Like barely running. I think it's probably the vacuum leak. Find out. No, nothing there. Really rich. Jesus. No vacuum leaks. Ooh, here it goes. You can see it. Can you see it? Can you see the fog? Yeah. I think I dial this thing in. It's worse in here than the last one. Woo. All right, so here's where I'm at. It's actually been a few weeks since I almost asphyxiated myself with those two carburetors. Obviously, with the two carbs running rich, there was something else going on. So before I put the third carburetor on, I decided I want to figure out just what's going on, or try to figure out why I'm having issues. So first thing I did was I pulled the plugs, and they all pretty much look like this. Super fouled, just black. So obviously decided to replace the plugs. Replace the plugs, drop that third Holley 750 onto the engine, got it all connected, fired it up, it started right up. It was still running rich though. So I was messing with that, trying to get it dialed in, and I was still having some of the similar issues where like the fuel mixture screws weren't having any effect. I was playing with timing, trying to get everything dialed in. It wasn't horrible. It wasn't as bad as those other two, but it was still really, really rich. So like I said, I was playing with that, and then disaster struck. As I was messing with settings, dialing things in, heard a loud pow, and the engine died. All right, so once I heard the sound, I came over here. Like I said, everything stopped running. Started looking around, didn't see anything. Saw a little bit of, smoke coming out of the carburetor a little bit, just because it had shut down, and hot gas still in there. So saw that. Started looking around, didn't see anything from up top. Came over here, looking around, didn't see anything. Couldn't figure out what that sound could have been until I came around to this side of the truck. Yeah, that's not a good thing. Saw this. Looks like, I don't know if it's just fuel and carbon, or if that's oil involved. You can still see there's smoke coming out of the exhaust there. And then looked under the truck. Maybe you can see it. I kind of wiped it up to kind of get an idea what it was and try to see where it was coming from. But there was a lot of black fluid. I don't think it's oil per se. I think it's, oh, hello. Look back there too. Where the hell did that come from? I just noticed that. It might be just dripping out of the exhaust. Yeah. Something backfired. Shot fuel. Did I have a cylinder not firing and it hydrolocked? Is that what happened? Too much gas got into one cylinder and it hydrolocked, and yeah, I don't know. I really don't want to pull this engine apart again. Good thing though, I do have cylinders or pistons from when I blew a chunk out of a piston months ago. A year ago maybe now, I don't know. But yeah, the engine is coming out.